Welcome to PokeStrive. Today, we are bringing you the latest strategies, tips, and tricks to help you become a master trainer. In today's video, we're focusing on becoming the ultimate champion in Pokémon Unite, gameplay tips and tricks. Pokémon Unite is a fast-paced, action-packed MOBA where strategic gameplay and teamwork are key to victory. We'll be sharing advanced tips and strategies tailored for tournament-level play. These aren't your typical beginner tips. We're going pro-level with insights that can give you the edge over your competition. Whether you're aiming to dominate the battlefield with the perfect Pokémon team, master the jungle, or outmaneuver your opponents in crucial team fights, these tips will help you refine your skills and take your game to the next level. So, let's dive in and become the ultimate champion in Pokémon Unite. There are many tips for becoming a tournament-level player in Pokémon Unite. Today, I am going to share some of those tips. And don't worry, these are not beginner tips. These are very pro-level tips, especially for tournament players. By the way, if you have any tips yourself as a tournament player, feel free to share them, and if we get time, we can sometimes play together. Here's a bonus tip right now. Watch the whole video, otherwise, half of Duragen is L. This is not luck L. Those who understand will understand. So let's see the tip on which the whole game depends, and that is the Pokemon team. If you are playing with randoms, there are more chances that the whole team will be squishy, and you will have to carry the whole game. And because of anger, you might pick a squishy Pokemon and lose the match. So don't do this at all. If you want to win the match, you need to pick a tank. And if there is already a tank, then you should take an attacker or a supporter. Just keep in mind that you should have 2 squishies, no more than that. Now we have talked about the Pokemon team, but what about the lanes? In most cases, everyone goes to the jungle. So you have to choose a lane where only 2 members usually go. If 3 have already gone up, then go down. Or if 2 have already gone down, then go up. And remember to avoid combos like 2 attackers, 2 speedsters, or 2 defenders in the same lane. A squishy and a tank combo will prove to be much better, meaning 1 melee and 1 ranged Pokemon. As for the jungle, give it to a Pokemon that can be very useful in the early game, like Urshifu. If Urshifu gets its level advantage early, it can dominate the whole game. On the other hand, if Tyranitar takes the jungle, it can dominate in the late game but will struggle in the early game. So, in my opinion, giving the jungle to an early game powerhouse like Urshifu is very beneficial. As far as Zacian is concerned, it doesn't need the jungle. It's very strong in the lane. And if Tyranitar goes down and Urshifu evolves and comes down, then Urshifu will dominate in the early game, while you can steal all the farms and score from behind. If Tyranitar and Urshifu level up, you'll understand the strategy. So the point is, if the jungler has gone down, someone needs to take care of the top lane. Both you and your lane partner will need to handle it, even if you both are at level 3 and lacking skills. Give all the farms to a Pokemon whose new skill activates at level 4. For example, if Goodra and Espeon are in one lane, Goodra should give all its farms to Espeon to unlock stored power quickly, allowing Espeon to become level 4 and dominate the farm. This way, Goodra will also level up because Espeon is handling both. There are many level 4 Pokemon like Espeon, such as Ninetales. Dominate the early game, level up, and activate new skills. But how do you level up throughout the game? This is where the map guide comes in. The map guide is a vast topic and could be a separate video, but I'll explain briefly. Every Pokemon on the map, like bees, normal farms, red buff, blue buff, Regice, Regieleki, and Rayquaza, has different effects and reset timings. Knowing when and where berries spawn is also crucial. This point is significant, and the next video will cover it in detail. So don't worry, just subscribe, and you'll get the notification for the next video soon. Make sure to set the bell icon. Now, our next tip is about Regis versus Regi, meaning Regi of the top path versus Regi of the bottom path. Most people prioritize Regieleki, Rotom, which is sometimes right and sometimes wrong. According to tournament players, Regieleki is less important at the 7-minute mark compared to Regice, Registeel, and Regirock. Taking the bottom path Regi at 7 minutes benefits the whole team significantly. Even if you take Regieleki, you might not achieve much because most of the time, the goal of 80 will break, and you won't have Unite at that time to push. So in the early game, the bottom path Regi is more important than the top one. Now, the next tip is also related to Regieleki and goal destruction. If you destroy the opponent's goal in the early game, it could disadvantage you. If their goal is destroyed, all the Audinos will spawn near their base, giving them an advantage. Similarly, the bees that spawn in the middle of your base will be closer to their side, giving them easier access. By breaking the goal early, you might be leveling up the enemy instead of yourself. Instead, try to collect most of the goals and then score when you have a good level. This way, you get the most farms and level up efficiently. Another tip is about scoring. In every match, you might see that 10 to 12 scores are left, and a random player scores just that much. This is not beneficial. Instead, try to score 30 to 40 so you can have a small lead. If the opponent takes Rayquaza and breaks your bases, you still have a lead from the extra scores. For instance, if you scored 120 on an 80 score base, you have an extra 20 to 30 score lead, giving you a significant advantage. The next tip is about leveling up. If you are at level 12 and your teammate is at level 11 and needs just one farm to reach level 12, give them that farm. It's important to level up teammates rather than focusing on your own level. Always prioritize giving farm to your teammates when they are close to leveling up, not the opponent team. The next tip will give you a significant advantage in battle. Try to score more whenever you fight solo in the opponent's base. Scoring increases your HP, level, and reduces damage taken during the score animation. But if there is a team fight, focus on the fight, as scoring during a team fight can cause your team to lose. However, if the score is about to break, then breaking it is beneficial as it stops the opponent's healing. Now comes our game-changing tip: how to charge your Unite move quickly. This isn't about using the energy amplifier, but about scoring. The more you score, the faster your Unite move charges. Each Pokemon has a different percentage increase per score. By scoring frequently, your Unite move charges faster. For example, Scizor can charge its Unite twice in 30 seconds by scoring multiple times. These were some master level tips. More tips will be shared soon. As we wrap up today's video on becoming the ultimate champion in Pokemon Unite, we hope you found these tips and tricks valuable in your journey to mastery. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep honing your skills, refining your strategies, and most importantly, having fun on the battlefield. If you enjoyed this video and found the tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to PokeStrive for more gaming content. Hit that bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos and never miss out on more game tips and tricks. Until next time, happy battling, trainers!